Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Got my Detroit Lions hat on, baby, because you know it's that week. Woo. But, man, it's cold out here in Georgia. Woo. Happy Monday to all y'all good people out there. Man, your boy, listen, my basketball team, man, we just keep rolling, man. My JV team, man, we struggling a little bit, man, but it's a good struggle. It's a good struggle. They need to get out there and play and get beat up and see that they need to get stronger. But my varsity, man, we still undefeated. We got really one more big game. Got a game on Wednesday, and then a big game against Cartersville on Thursday. And then Saturday we wrap it up. So you know, then we in the playoffs, and then it's like, you know what, we back at 0. So, but man, I know y'all didn't come to hear that. Man, I wish I had more time to be on the pulse of the gaming news. Just be like, you know, when it happened, be like, boom, drop a video. Because man, this is about to, it's so hard to say and be like super duper hype, because I've been super duper hype before and then went by and just like kept checking my Twitter feed and then nothing. But man, I feel good because so many resources, so many different outlets has come out to say that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be revealed on Thursday. Oh man, you know what? So that's gonna be interesting to see. You know what? I think the first video they did was like super well done. How about that? It was super well done. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to what they have planned for next month. I believe next month should be an interesting month, because it's, to me, like, the reveal is nice. I'm glad we can get out the way, and then other companies can start announcing which games they plan on bringing to the system. But to see those games run on the system is what's going to be more interesting to me. I listened to some of the Nate the Hate podcasts. I think it dropped today, but I was listening to it earlier. I listened to about a good 45 minutes of it. And one thing that I have to definitely agree with, like, the reveal is important, but that first direct, when they show these are the games and this is how they run on that Switch, is what's going to probably catch my attention the most. And to me, it's the most important reveal of the two. Because, you know, we pretty much know what the system's going to look like. It is like a Switch, but bigger. And they might have a couple of things in there that might, you know, add some value to the system. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what games they plan on dropping and how those games perform on the system. And if that goes well, buddy. Now, listen, if you've been watching my channel for long enough, I have been a big advocate for investing in Nintendo. I mean, I remember, like, you know, Nintendo shares before the Wii U, Nintendo shares went down to like $13 a share. But since the Switch, that bad boy had the price of the shares had grew so much that they did a split. And once they did a split on that particular on the stock, if you know anything about a split, they take it and they either split it in half or split it in fours. But most likely they split it in, you know, they'll take one share of your stock and break it down to 4 parts. And so they did a split. And so, but since they did a split, and it had split down to, like, you know, like around $8 or $9 a share. And but now it's like it's at $14, almost $15 a share. And I've been telling people a long time. I said, hey man, just buy you some shares of Nintendo and just sit on them. You know, you're gonna make your money back and then some. You just buy them and sit. You know, it's gonna come back. And sure enough, you know, I kept buying here, there, and I think, you know what, you might make you a couple dollars, but if you bought it at $8 or $9, then you know what, if it's at 15 now, just say for instance, if you own 100 shares. Say you bought 100 shares at $8, and that bad boy then jumped, you know, $7. Well, now you done made $700, and you didn't do nothing. You just bought, so, you know, kept your little money stashed aside, and it's gonna jump again. Hey, Geeky, how are you doing? How you doing? Get you on the board. Geeky Chick. One of our favorites of the channel. Long time favorite. So, it's going to be very interesting to see how the stock prices go up once it's officially announced that they're going to have a reveal, which should be Wednesday. Wednesday, we should get something from Nintendo to say, hey, come check us out. Hopefully. I hope they do it that way, because that'll build so much hype. And you just watch how the internet just kind of like breaks on Thursday. Especially if it's like they announce a time that they're going to release it. Which I hope they do. That would be dope. Oh, my goodness. Good times to be a gamer. It wasn't, you know what, I'm just at the point now, I'm ready to start making some other content, and it needs to happen sooner than later. But man, oh man, so we got some great things to talk about tonight. That Nate the Hate podcast was pretty good. Looking at some of the games they're planning on announcing, I'm super excited, especially if the Microsoft reveals are true. If they plan on releasing the Master Chief Collection onto Switch 2, which would be super dope. But you know what? Like I said before, if you've been watching my channel, you would know I've said over and over again, like Microsoft, this was an easy money grab. Go ahead and put, all they do is had to put on Halo 1 on the Switch. It would have sold millions of copies. Give it an online structure, and people would still be playing that right now on the Switch to this very day if they just would have did that a long time ago. It would have brought more attention to Halo Infinite, and more people would have probably bought an Xbox just based on the gameplay of Halo 1 on the Switch. I think that was a very wasted situation, but I'm glad it's coming. I mean, I really hope, of all them rumors, I was like, man, I hope this one's true. And to also get Gears on top of that, whew, man, you know what? And just imagine this here. If Nintendo, within the first year, if they can somehow figure out to get Animal Crossing in that first year of the system, they got, to me, Mario Kart and Animal Crossing, they got to get those games in the first part, the first year of the system, because of the fact that they sold so very well. You want to get those games out there and get people saying, hey, there's a new Animal Crossing that you can only play on the Switch 2. That right there, that announcement alone would get people to buy their system. And I really don't think Nintendo's going to have an issue with, people buying their system, because they're going to have plenty of games at launch. It's a new system. It's an improvement on the current system that's been so dominant. And true enough, you know what? A lot of people might not jump on right away, but neither did people jump on right away with the current Switch. So I think it's about, if Nintendo can produce 20 million units, if not 30 million units, I believe all 30 million units would sell this year. If they can produce them, if they can get it out there and get that many going, I believe those bad boys will all sell out and will be absolutely phenomenal. Let's see. Real quick, I want to say a shout out to Holly. I know I'm in competition with football. I wonder who's winning the LA Rams. And, oh, you know what, Geeky, you know what? I know you listening. How are you guys doing down there in Texas? Does the snow hit you like it hit us down here? Like, we had a couple of days where, we just like, hey, man, we're in the house. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to nobody's job. We're in the house. Because it was just too much. It was pretty in the morning, was the snow was coming, like, oh, this is so pretty. and then it turned over to freezing rain and was like, oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. But thank God, thank you, Jesus, that we did not lose power, because our lights kind of flickered once. We was cutting stuff off left and right. Like, the devil's a lie. We cut this stuff off. But no, we had power the whole time, and it was good for me because I didn't have to work or go nowhere, so I got some things done around the house. It was cool. Timbo72, man, what's going on with you? I wonder why Okay, all right. So for some reason, like all my messages just not popped up. Timbo, what's going on with you, man? Hold on 1 second. Timbo72. Got you on the board. So Kiki said, we got ice and cold weather. Everything was shut down. Yeah, it was. Everything wasn't shut down, but like we wasn't going out to check what was open. It was like, I'm from Michigan. I know how this go. If it was Michigan, I have no problems going out. And this is the reason why. If I was in Michigan, no matter if it was freezing rain, no matter if it was 20 feet of snow, I would go out, because everything is flat in Michigan. You don't got to deal with hills. And that's the dangerous part about down here. Just a little bit of incline or decline can cause all kind of havoc down here. So it's by far better to say, what? We had enough bread and peanut butter and jelly, and my wife had made this like chicken chili, and it was absolutely delicious. And so we ate on that for a couple of days, and it was cool. I mean, Ricardo, what's going on, man? Welcome. Hello to how you doing this wonderful day as we figure it out. I really, really hope, man, that the Nintendo Switch 2 launches on Thursday, like everyone and their mama is saying. But if it doesn't, so I listened to Nate the Hate's podcast, the majority of it, and some of it, he was pretty much saying, "Hey, this is what everybody's saying. It's gonna be Thursday." Then he kind of switched it up a little bit towards the end, and was like, "You know what? Well, they said this week." So everybody's been running with the 16th, but then he's like, "You know what? I had to give him a little buffer, like this week for sure." If this week rolls around, if it's not, golly, what do we say about Nate the Hate's credibility? And to me, it's like, there are all these leakers and, at Nintendo information gods, or what they would call themselves. It still don't mean anything until Nintendo say, "Hey, this is what's going on." So these are things we kind of want, but until Nintendo pull the trigger, they're all speculations. All right, so the question of the night, if you're on YouTube, you can get your vote on. It says, will you be picking up Halo Master Chief Collection on the Switch 2? And that's absolutely yes for me. It's embarrassing for him if not this week. Yeah, because he really was like, I'm putting it out there. But then everybody kind of jumped on like, oh, that's what my source. How all these YouTubers are like, I've known this and I just could not say. And my source told me this a long time ago. I just didn't want to say anything. I told him I didn't want to put his business out there yet. But I knew it was coming, and so I gets really emotional. Yeah, right. Yeah, my source told me too. I got a source, Geeky. They told me. It was like, it's Thursday. It's like, I won't do that to him. But a lot of YouTubers that I've watched, saying everybody kind of snuck in there like, yeah, I knew that too. I was like, listen, I didn't know. That's right. Everybody got a source. Everybody do. It's just funny to me. And you know what? Listen, I'm not gonna talk about this other YouTuber because I don't like to talk about other YouTubers. But I got this one YouTuber that I watch, and I really, really like his content. And I've been watching his content for a long time, even before the Nintendo NX days. And this particular YouTuber, he was so diehard, like, no, it's not going to be a hybrid system. It's going to be a standalone console. It's going to be a home console. I mean, he was hard on it. I mean, all his content was like, yes, this is definitely going to be a home system, blah, 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 blah. And then it wasn't. He had to eat crow for it. And, it took a long time for him to kind of get back in that space where people were starting to watch his content. And so, but then he kind of was like a little hypocritical, I'm going to say of Nate the Hate. He was like, you know what? These other YouTubers be saying blah, blah, blah. I do investigating reporting, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, dog. Really? I swear I watched you and this didn't happen. And, nobody beat you down like you trying to beat these other guys down. So, it is, it's ridiculous. It's like, man, come on, man. At the end of the day, man, ain't no President Furukawa is not talking to me or none of the rest of y'all. Yeah, we all speculating. We all talking to the man that sits next to the man that sits next to the man. And we just reporting on it. That's why I like doing mine like once a week. I don't have any sources. If I did have sources, it'd be kind of cool, but I don't. Geeky says, like even creators that don't cover leaks have been coming out saying they have a source. It's ridiculous. You know what, Geeky? On top of that, and you're absolutely right. But you know what? Even some of my favorite YouTubers that I like to watch, you can tell like some of their content is just for you to click on their channel and get to some views. It's like, oh man, not you. But I ain't gonna put that content creator out there either. But I like his stuff. But of lately, you could just tell the tone, and then you listen to it, like, man, that's wasting my time. That's why I like doing my stuff once a week. Cause it's a bunch of stuff we can kind of get together and kind of talk about, have a discussion, and let it be. But you know what, man? Every day, man, you give me one little snippet, and you take that one little snippet, and you make it a whole week of conversations. I mean, you make it like 10 minutes, like a 10-minute conversation that really was like more like 2 or 3 minutes. I can't stand that. It just irks me. It's like, like, man, let's get to the point. I don't want to hear nothing about all this extra stuff. Just get to the point. But, you know what? It is what it is. Like you said, Geeky, it is ridiculous. I got to make sure tonight, man, we say a prayer, man, for the people out there in California. I know some of the people did not deserve. I'm not gonna say deserve. Matter of fact, I'm saying they was not expecting those fires. But I have some issues. What's going on, Dub City? I have some issues though with that fire though. What fire is? When it burns, it's like if you've watched some of like the footage, man, how do fire just kind of go in a straight line? Just tell me that. That bothers me. It's like, that don't even look like, I bet you right now, if I set this football on fire, it's gonna be fire everywhere. It's not gonna be one of those. The fire not gonna be on this little line here. But if you look at some of those videos, it's like some of the stuff like fire is like in a straight line. That bothers me a little bit. Like almost like somebody kind of deliberately. It just looks like that. He said, I took a break from watching some people. We'll come back when there's real news. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, listen, if I didn't do this show, absolutely. I can name you a few that I would say, you know what? I'm going to take a detox because I can't listen to you no more. I can tell you, listen, there is one guy that I'm not even a big fan of his content. Because I got tired of him always, saying, guilt tripping me into subscribing to him. But I got tired. I stopped watching his content because every time it's like, oh man, it's like no. I just said no. I'm not watching your stuff no more. I will wait before I watch your stuff. Oh, let me get Dub City on the board. Dub City, how is it over there in Sydney this morning? All right, Dub City's on the board. I had to, Geeky. I was like, no, You know, it's bad enough. You know, what I'm saying, like, I get tired of his little buddy too. You know, his little buddy. I'd be like, it be ruining my YouTube experience. And then, you know, once you watch one of their videos, and they get into your algorithm of YouTube, it's like, oh, now I got to watch some more of these videos. They coming. Oh no, I'm gonna have to search for something else. But yeah, I had to. This was not. It was not a good experience. I want to say, what we're else say, story shares. Nope. Okay, so you know what? So I made a decision this year to before we get into the story, I made a decision this year not to I'm not buying anything with my money that deals with entertainment except the Switch. I already said, like, hey, I got this money. I'm not backing up for the Switch because that's something that I do. But anything else, I ain't buying no new camera equipment, nothing for 6 months. And I asked for this for Christmas, and I'm gonna send it to my daughter. I'm gonna see if she'll pick it up for me. Hold on, I'm gonna get to my. All right, there we go. All right, so Jack Black 12 in the building. Good evening to you. Let me get you on the board real quick, because I forget. I know me. Jack Black 12. 12 mighty swell. We had 9 on the board today. All right. So, but this is also in America. It says alarm mode timed exclusive until early March 2025. These were sold out for a long time, and you know what? I wasn't gonna buy one, but I put it on my Christmas list. I was like, hey, and my daughter said she tried to get me one. I was like, oh, did you? But now they're back in stock, so I'm about to send it to her. Like, hey, I want one. Timbo72 says, would you get the Alarmo? I find it way too pricey. Like I said, I don't know if I would buy it, but if someone was to gift it to me, like one of my wonderful children, I would take it. But I don't think I'm going to say, you know what, the Switch is getting ready to come out, and if rumors are true, and it's 25 launch titles. That's a rumor right now. That's the rumor. They got 25 launch titles. There gonna be some games I want to buy. That's gonna be the hard one. Like, I don't know what games I'm going to buy. I don't know. It all depends on what's being released. It says, Timbo said, it's also seems kind of annoying practically. Yeah, you know, only because, you know what? Because they know they can, at this stage, they know Nintendo is hot stuff right now, and it's a unique product. And so they know they can charge that kind of price, and people will buy it. I mean, I like for instance, like, I like the Nintendo music app. CMG, what's up, my guy in the building? Cherry Man game. I saw you on Obi-Wan stream, man. You came a member of the OGC. I was on that stream when that happened. I said maybe one day I might become a member. Cause I like Obi-Wan. Maybe because he's a family guy, he got his kids, he homeschool, and you know, I like that. So I can rock with that. So CMG is on the board. CMG said Switch 2 is coming. Like Luke, kept coming. I think, you know what, how can I say this here? I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to roll this thing out. And I think, which would be smart for Nintendo, if they were to wait a little bit, because you got CES, I'm not CES, we got PAX East. I mean, you can put that thing. You got PAX East, then you got E3. You get that whole little, that May, June. You can set it off. I mean, I really hope they release in October, and then you have some of these games that you got coming out. You got them bad boys ready to play at PAX East. You get them bad boys ready to go at E3, and you can pretty much march and control this whole year. And just having banger titles. And they necessarily don't got to be all Nintendo in the titles. They can be, because like rumor today is that, Metal Gear Solid Delta is coming to the Switch 2, which will be super dope. A lot of games that I thought about picking up on other systems, I might have to hold my money back. Might not be double dipping. CMG says, we'll be a member here soon as well. Yes, my brother. Listen, and when your membership jump, man, listen, I'm going to return the favor. But yeah, Nintendo, they are really, as much as I would want the system sooner than later, man, waiting definitely benefits Nintendo. That April is a good sweet spot for them. And I bet money I want to hear the sales. I think Nintendo has their investors phone. I think it's an investors phone call where you get sales numbers. That's like on February the 4th. So it's going to be good to hear where the Nintendo Switch landed this particular holiday season. How many did they sell? Those sales numbers to me is going to be pretty big. And that can give you a good idea of at them having to wait compared to at them not having to. What's going on? Is it Megan Shot or show or Shuck? But I'm just calling Megan in the building. How about that? Say hi, Gaby Dad. Hey, how you doing, Megan? How you doing today? Happy Monday to you. Let me get Megan on the board. Hey, Megan, listen, by you jumping in tonight, you have entered to win a free Nintendo eShop card. Let me type you on the board right now, live on the chat. I got you on the board. And you know what? We do a process of elimination at the end of the show. And we usually go for about 2 hours. So probably like around 10:30. We be wrapping up. And we just talking about, since some of the things that are coming out with Nintendo. So, but at the end of the show, we do a process of elimination. And if your name is last, you win the $10 eShop card. You just got to follow me on Discord. And I'll put the invite into the show. I'm supposed to do that beforehand, but I was so busy today that I was like, sure, I make sure I get home enough time to start my show. CMG says, but yeah, man, I really rock with real content creators who care about gaming. The others who are all about console wars, I don't take serious. I just laugh. You know what, man? Geek, we just having a conversation, just talking about how, some of the content creators that I truly like to watch. You know what? You can tell that some of their content of lately was just to, get your attention, and they make 10-minute videos talking about one little thing, and it wasn't even that good. And I hate when people waste my time. That's why I kind of like my weekly show. It's a weekly thing. I gather what we can get up together, and then we put it out there. You know what? Then we chop it up about it and get excited. So yeah, we was talking about Labo. It is quite expensive. If I can convince one of my children to buy it for me, I'm all in. Because I'm gonna send it to my daughter. Like, hey, big girl, if you still think about getting it for your pops, they got it in stock. Yeah, so multiple insiders now saying Switch 2 Reveal coming this week. I'm not gonna read the story. I'm not gonna cut to the chase. Hey, Nate the Hate on his podcast today said, hey, he was flat out like, listen, I can come to you with the utmost confidence and tell you that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be released this week. And then he said, you want to know the day? Oh, I'm gonna give you the day, the 16th. That's how confident he was. He was that confident, that bold today on that. I was like, what? Usually they say, well, I'm not, like, take it with a grain of salt. No, it wasn't no grain of salt. So it was not. It said it will be revealed this week. And I really, really hope it is revealed this week for his sake. Because if not, you know what? You're going to have a bunch of people like, I don't know if I can believe this guy anymore. And I hope not, because I like Nate the Hate. I think, I like his podcast. I think it's interesting. So don't forget to get your vote on today if you're on YouTube. And the question is, will you be picking up Halo Master Chief Collection on Nintendo Switch 2? And I'm absolutely picking this game up. I'm telling you, they should have did this a long time ago. I don't know what they was thinking about waiting this long. Halo Combat Evolved should have been on the Switch a long time ago. And Xbox would have made a ton of money off that game. Breaking Bad, what's going on? Said, I voted yes, absolutely, man. I cannot wait. Because you know what? Listen, I like playing Halo. I got Halo on my Legion Go. And I like it. It's just the Legion Go is so big, man. Legion Go is like, it's like a 10-pound weight. Breaking Bad, let me get you on the board real quick. I gotta hurry up and do it, because if I forget Breaking Bad, buddy, then you'd be like, I was on the stream and I ain't getting no shot. Breaking Bad 881. Got you on the board. All right. Geeky says, so I never listened to Nate the Hate, but always see people refer to him as, you know what? I didn't start listening to Nate the Hate until I caught his podcast a couple times on YouTube. And it's all audio. And hey, Phantom Katrina. And I caught his podcast, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It was a good listen for sure. Geeky said, I'm not Geeky, but CF just said, yeah, I hear you on that Legion Go. Yeah, that Legion Go, man, it's nice. It is heavy. It's like, gee, really. I mean, you play that bad boy long enough, you be, and they got a decent battery. It's my Madden machine right now. I wish it played Madden a little longer. I can get about a game and a half in before I got to be like, all right, I got to put it on the charger. So that's why I hope this next Nintendo at least give me 3 games of Madden. If I can get 3 games of Madden, I'm telling you, and I'm good to go. And I'm thinking about, listen, I'm trying to wait, but man, I want to get me a nice little memory card too, and I want to get the fast kind, the SD Express cards for the Switch. Oh, Phantom Katrina, let me get you on the board, because I know me, I forget. All right, got you on the board. Come back. So, and like I said before, these are exciting times, especially if you haven't, like a lot of us, we lived through that first Switch, that first Switch release. And I need to put a video out there. I got a video of me and my kids going to pick up our Switches. And it was at that Best Buy had a midnight launch, and it was dope. It was a nice experience. I'm glad my kids got to see it. But my kids were so little then. They're like all adults now. Except my son Joshua. But this is, I'll tell you, this is a good time. I'm ready for it to be released and revealed. Probably more than anything, because I can start not, and then you're gonna find companies saying, "Hey, our next game, Nintendo Switch," and like, cause you're kind of getting it now. I'm gonna come back to this story in 1 second. Let me go. Didn't want to do that. Okay, rumor: Assassin's Creed games and Metal Gear Solid Delta coming to Switch 2. I think this is smart for Konami. I wouldn't dare let that thing just live on Xbox and PlayStation, especially when you got this. If the system can run it, and one thing is, another thing is quite that is how can I say, inspiring me, or not saying inspiring me, but that excites me. How about that? is that some of these games they're considering announcing for the Switch. If these games run and they run great, then it's gonna be a great experience. That's why I'm just hoping. I can't wait to buy some games and say I want to see how them games run. I want to see how they run on the system, and if they run good and there's no hiccups, no bad performance, then they got a hit. That I'm telling you, that's gonna be whenever that video is, whenever that that February direct, because you know it's gonna be a February direct. It wasn't a September direct, so you best believe it's gonna be a February direct. And in that February direct, you know what? You're probably gonna hear some stuff like, "Hey, you probably get some stuff that's about that talks." I bet you in February that's when we get like, "Hey, the price breakdown, release date official, all that good stuff. These are the games. These are the launch titles. These are games coming out in 2025." You know, we'll probably get all that information. And I bet you that direct is probably gonna be an hour long, and that's gonna be exciting to not have a direct. And that length of time, and to get one, and is it gonna be that beefy? Oh man, I just can't wait. CMG says, I heard that Switch 2 will have the new DLSS 4.0 upscaling. Oh, which I hope so. You know what? That's one part of the Switch 2 I haven't got a firm handle on news wise, in figuring out which DLS they're going to get, and if that DLSS is upgradable, what kind of is the DLSS is going to be only in dock mode? Like those are the questions I have. It's going to only be in dock mode. How are games look and perform on the actual handheld itself? You know, I'm more of a handheld player anyway. And is it a drastic change? You know what? Is it better to play on the dock? Is it handheld? I mean, it's a lot of questions that's yet to be answered when we play certain games on the Switch 2 that I'm excited about. I'm excited about finding out those answers. Like, hey, what kind of battery life are we really going to get? You know what? And I hate that Nintendo is really going to be setting us all up. They're probably going to give us, it's going to have an okay battery. And then they say, voila. In about 2 years, we'll say, well, we're going to get an update. And then we'll get that Switch 2 Lite. Ooh-wee. Now, imagine this, Geeky. We're going to get this Switch 2 Lite. And it's going to have a bigger screen. But how big is it going to be, though? Or will it be just as small as the Switch Lite? I don't know. To me, they can give it to me as small as the current Switch Lite, but just give me an OLED screen. That's the Switch Lite I want. I want an OLED Switch Lite because I love the Switch Lite. I love the Switch Lite. To me, it was such a better experience on the go than taking your Switch out on the go. It was just a better experience, man. And then on top of that, if they can figure out, Nintendo really needs to figure out how to make that seamless switch between consoles happen. Like if I own a Switch and a Switch Lite, and if I save a game on my Switch Lite, I should better pick that thing right back up on my Switch and continue to flow. I don't want to have to say, well, I got to save it. I got to put it up to the cloud and bring it down from the cloud. I don't want to do none of that. I think that execution is poor. Gigi says, you know I want the light. I know. That light, tell you, man. Everybody those who are new to the channel, man, that's how I got started here. I got started on my matter of fact, where's that Switch Lite at? I had it somewhere around here. Oh, here it is, right here. This was the bad boy that started it all. It has the best D-pad. The best D-pad. Oh man. I really wish Nintendo make Joy-Cons that have a D-pad that you can buy. I would so buy a set of Joy-Cons that had the D-pad instead of the 4 buttons. I think it was like it was such a better experience. But man, you know what? That's once again, it's interesting time. So right, so currently right now on our poll on YouTube, 56% says absolutely yes, we're going to pick up that Halo. 44% said nah. I ain't mad at you. I'm just picking that bad boy up because I like Halo. I like Halo. I mean, I got on the Xbox system late in the original life cycle. Now, if I had like the 360, I've had every Xbox. I just didn't buy the original Xbox at launch. I was like, I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea at first. But then I seen Halo and played it. I was like, oh, I gotta have this. And then it went on sale. I was like, oh, and it was packaging in Halo at the same time. I was like, oh, that's me. He says, do we get an all-white Switch or is it just black with the orange and blue? I don't know. We'll find out on Tuesday. I mean on Thursday rather. I think. Listen, I like the all-white system. I think it was just clean. But I like the blue. I just hated they like Florida Gator colors. So I'm like, ugh, I didn't like that. But I still like it. I was still like, all right, I'm down with this. We need, like, I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy, the floodgates that opens up on things to get. I'm still computing how much money I'm going to spend on day one. I got to get that together. And I'm really hoping that this system is $400 because that's in my mind. I've kind of fixated on that. Like, hey, I know it's $400. Let me just dig into that. Let it just be that. Let's see. Now I thought this was like Nintendo just being gangster. French representative claims Nintendo rep spoke to Genki at CES 2025. You know what, Genki, don't get me wrong, man. They're a little ball. I always said that, when I saw that video, I thought, man, that's really ballsy. I think, boy, that's some kahunas right there. So you kind of figured that Nintendo wasn't gonna be playing around like, look, man, we about to launch this system. You're not gonna be messing with our coins, and had to go in there and shut them down. But once again, I mean, mission accomplished for Genki because you know what? Think about it, everybody and their mama. We are like, if we didn't know about Genki, we know about them now. Like I knew about Genki before. They've reached out to me before about some of their products. But now everybody knows them. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this turn out. So Geeky says, the white will be better for me when I add different color Joy-Cons. You're right. Now listen, I'm gonna call you Avant because I want to tell your name out. What's going on, Avant? You doing today? Welcome to the stream. By you chiming in tonight, you have entered yourself to win a free $10 eShop card. I give out every Monday night at the end of the stream. If you wouldn't mind, listen, we do this show every Monday night, man. If you're not a subscriber, become a subscriber, man. We're just a dope channel, you know what? Non-toxic environment, you know what? I try my best to answer everyone's question that comes through. And then, I like to give back to the community. I like to, I love the fact that I'm able to give out a $10 eShop card every night. You know what? I don't gotta build it up to do some, big time giveaway. But I do a big time giveaway every Christmas, but I like giving out something every week. That means you come in every week, you get a chance. If you just stop in for 5 minutes and say, what up, gaming dad? And I'm out. I mean, I'm still going to honor that. You put you on the board. So, but I'm so grateful that God has blessed me to be able to do that because, you know what? I mean, $10 a week. Well, look, you do the math. $10 times 52 is $520. So, you know what? I don't know nobody giving out $520 every week, every year faithfully. And you add the Christmas show on top of that. And then in I got about 30 episodes. So sometime this year, we'll get to 250, and I'll probably do a show for 250. Now, Geeky, we've been at this for a long time. All right, so let me get off of this here. Hop over to another story. Let's see. Boop, boop. Quick story, real quick. This is physical game sales took a nosedive in the UK last year. He said revenue dropped about nearly 35% from 2023. 2024 was fairly turbulent year for gaming industries in many ways, but what's clear from the latest data is that physical game sales in the UK are struggling mightily. I'm gonna stop right there for a second. You know what? I'm gonna rock with physical games as long as I can, because if y'all people not paying attention, I know it's convenient. It's very convenient to have digital, but I don't like the ecosystem because if something happens, they just take your stuff away. You know what? I do not like that. I like to be able to play if I bought the game, I like, hey, then I should have access to it. And if you take it away, and I don't got time to sue you for my $50 to get it back, but I should be able to get it back. I wish there was a law in place to say, you know what, hey, if you guys take it off the shelf or whatever, you got to fund the money to the people who invested in. That's something needs to happen, man. I think this is one of the situations like, well, I think the government probably needs to intervene, because that is crazy just to have this stuff going on, and then they just take the stuff that you bought. Like, I paid $60 for that game if I bought it digitally, but you can take it away from me anytime. So I digress. It says physical game sales dropped by nearly 35% when compared to 2023, bringing in a total of $324.4 million in revenue. I wonder how much of a drawback that was. The digital sales made up the lion of the share in 2024 and managed to bring in a total of $4.29 billion across console, PC, mobile, and tablet sales. So selling 2.9 million copies of EA Sports FC was the best-selling game of the year in the UK. That ain't nothing. 2.9 million in one. Well, that is a lot in one region, but still, I mean, when you look at like Mario Kart and the amount they've sold over in Japan, it. But what? UK, they love their FIFA. Hold on, real quick. I just want a couple of sites I like to check. Nintendo Life is one of them. It says, oh man, listen. I would tell you, listen, if you're a fan of Castlevania, well, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Castlevania. Season 2 starts this week, and I would challenge you, man, go back and watch all the other ones, man. Super good, man. Super good. And the last season ended really well, so definitely, if you're a fan of Castlevania, you will love the show. The show is done very, very well on Netflix. And matter of fact, it comes out on the 16th. This is this Thursday. So I know when we binge watching these next couple of days, it will be Castlevania. All right. Nintendo Music adds another legendary Zelda soundtrack. Here's every song included. Okay. Now, I pulled this up not because of the story. It's because of it's another rumor that says, and Nathan Haight talked about that that Nintendo Online is going up in price. Now, if it's based upon what they've done before, they've typically raised the price of Nintendo Online when they've added something substantial. So to me, and what I believe is going to happen is that whenever the February Direct happens, they're going to probably announce the price of the system. They're probably going to announce the hike in the Nintendo Switch Online, and they're going to announce that they're adding GameCube. I believe this is the reason why we never got Metroid Prime 2 or 3 that we never got. Wind Waker and a lot of these other GameCube games. I'm telling you, I think they say, listen, let's hold those back so we can find reasons to add more value to the system. Now, what will be extra killer for Nintendo if they added Dreamcast? Oh my God, you talking about turning the internet on its head. If they added Dreamcast and GameCube to their online experience, buddy, GG no re, I'm telling you, get ready to upgrade, because I would definitely upgrade without question if they did those two things. What's going on, Mr. Trapper? How you doing, sir? Oxford Trapper in the building. So how's it going, Gaming Dad? Man, things are going absolutely wonderful. Getting ready for this Thursday. Hopefully reveal. I don't think it's going to be, I think it's going to be exciting, but not super exciting. It all depends if they go into some details on some features that we wasn't even expecting. Like, if they go some detail on how this mouse system is going to work, then I'll be extra happy. Real quick, though, let me get you on the board. Oxford Trapper in the building. Got you on the board. Let's see. Geeky says, I just watched season 2 of Squid Game. Now Geeky. If you watch Squid Games, I couldn't watch it. It was just too much. My wife loves it though. She loved the first season. She binge watched the second season. I said, well, nope, I will pass. I've got the comment. Geek said, I love still getting physical games. Yeah, I like going to the store and buying a game. I do. I like that. I like that experience. Don't get me wrong, digital is nice, but it ain't like going to get a game and looking at the artwork and opening the game up and breaking the plastic, putting the game. It's that whole experience. Just like, having a really good Quake 311 in the building representing Las Vegas. Hey, man, listen, word on the street is, man, Las Vegas, man, them Raiders, man, might get my boy Ben Johnson. That could be our coach. Ben Johnson's the truth, though. Quake 311, get you on the board. Quake, all right, listen, man, are you excited, my brother? It's a Yellowstone and Blue Bloods ended well. Yellowstone, yep, man, my wife, she watches Yellowstone too. Geeky says, the online service needs more value added. I never upgraded to the plus part. Yeah, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, I did. I upgraded to the plus part, but you know what though? I probably could have saved some money because I only played it. I thought about, like, how much do I really play it? And I didn't play it a whole lot, now that I think about it. But I kind of like having it though. I kind of like having it. That's a good question. Timbo72 says, I will always buy a physical game. Yeah, always. Always. And I'm really selective about, sometimes I sell games back, but I'm really selective. Like, I don't sell, like, really good games back. I'm like, I don't know. I got to think about that one. But I got some games over here that I know for sure, I'll probably never play again. So, I was, probably about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, man, I was at this place called Second and Charles. They have them down here in Georgia. I think they might have them in Tennessee as well. But Second and Charles is like a kind of like a retro. It's a retro store. They sell, like, old comic books, video games. And, you can get stuff from, like, like if you want to go in the store and buy you something from Hyperlink. But man, I tell you, I bought this thing here, man. It is the best. It's the battery ain't the best, but it's still pretty good, man. This thing right here, man. Oh man, listen, it's money. It is money. But listen, you see, I'm seeing him playing that X-Men in that bad boy. Hyperkin, man. Listen, it's called the Superboy. Super spelled SUPA. Oh man, this is dope. I'm telling you, this is a dope little machine. I bought another machine too that play like it's just like this here, but it's bigger. It's got like an 8-inch screen, but it play like your NES handhelds. Oh, that's pretty dope too. I'm trying to think where. I think it's down here somewhere, but I'm not gonna break that up. Tormentor, what's going on, my guy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Tweet, let me get you on the board. It's Tormentor. 20. Got you. Let's see. Quay 311 says, I follow VGK more than the Raiders, but if Brian Johnson makes them above 500, I'll turn my head. Buffalo is my hometown. Yeah, you know what? That Lions and Buffalo game was pretty good. See, the Lions waited too late to turn it on, and they couldn't come back. They tried though. I mean, they tried, but yeah, Buffalo looked pretty good, man. Listen, I tell you, that game this weekend is going to be absolutely phenomenal. That's the game of the weekend. That right there, that Bills and Baltimore. That's gonna be the game. I can't tell you what money. Listen, if they can stop the run game, if the Bills can stop the run game, the Bills will win. But that run game is vicious. All right. Let's get back here. So I'm hoping that they add value to the Switch Online, and if it's worth it, you know what? I guess I'll probably upgrade, even though I don't play it that often. Let's see. Is anybody picking up Donkey Kong Country? I'm not picking it up right away. I'm definitely gonna wait. That'll definitely be I'm about to catch you on sale. But no, not early. Let's see. If you're on YouTube, if you haven't voted yet, get your vote on. Let's say the poll question of the night is: will you be picking up Halo Master Chief Collection on the Switch 2? And we at a dead tie, 50-50. 50 yes, 50 no. I am picking it up. Sorry. Geeky is not picking it up, so he's still at 50-50. Geeky said, I am not. I am not. Come on, Geeky, get on Halo. We can get our play on. Let's see. Quay says, I want a new DK. Not triple dipping. All right, listen. My son said, listen, and my son, he is such a calm, cool, collective guy. He was like, Daddy, I'm not. We beat that game to death already. I'm not re-buying that game for the Switch. I'm the same way. It's like, I'm not super excited. Like, I still haven't finished Tropical Freeze. I need to finish Tropical Freeze. So, yeah, I have no desire. I mean, if Ben hasn't played it, oh yeah, it's definitely. If you haven't played it, oh yeah, pick it up. It's a day one pickup. But I've played it. I've seen just about every bit of that game. I mean, even though I didn't beat it, but I watched my kids beat it, so I'm like, it's no. Once you see your kids beat it, like you know, I really don't need to go back and see. I've seen the end already. But yeah, if you haven't played it, definitely a pickup. But if you played it, like I've beat that horse. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to pick it up at launch. It's one of the things like, oh, it's on sale. Like, okay, then maybe. All right. So let me. Didn't want those stories. Loading. Nintendo Switch sells over 35 million units since March in Japan. That's one region. 35 million. What's going on, Mono Track? It's not Mono Track. This is Mon Track. Mon Track 3. Mon Track 3. Let me get you on the board. Uh-oh. That messed that all up. All right. Let's see. How you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to get your vote on in the YouTube chat. So will you be picking up Halo Master Chief Collection on Switch 2? Right now we're at dead heat, 50-50. Even me and Geeky, I did not vote. I can't vote from my standpoint. But if I was to vote, it would be absolutely yes. Absolutely. But think about it. Go back to the store here. 35 million in one location is crazy. It's crazy. That's what I'm really interested to see come the beginning of February when Nintendo announced their sale to see where they're at. Because usually, that Christmas holiday is when they get the big push, when you get the big numbers, probably a good third of their sales come from the Christmas holiday. And so I really like to see where Nintendo is at. Are they closer to that 150 million mark? Or are they closer to 152, 53? Since, Sony decided just to go ahead and add a couple more million to their total and said, no, it's not 154. We really sold 160. Come catch that, Nintendo. Don't worry, they'll probably say something stupid when Nintendo get close. Oh, no, it's really 161. No one's buying no brand new Play It PS2. VGC Switch 2 launching in May or June. Okay, this is the part of the story that I hope is not true. I hope it don't stretch out that long. It would be nice to get it revealed so we can kind of start talking about something else. But man, I don't want it to go all the way to May. They could do like end of. Right now, they can go to like end of March. That's a cooler. That was a cooler time to kind of wait to figure out what you was gonna do. But man, to go all the way to May. The only blessing is that May is my birthday, so I can probably say, hey, for my birthday, let's go to New York. But I don't care. Listen, I tell you as much. If it's in March, if my school, if I can get out around that time, I'm going. I'm going to get that experience, and I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna stay out there for 3 days. Woo-wee, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna make friends and say, hey, unless I can get my daughter or somebody to go with me. I don't know my daughter gonna want to do that. She probably like, all right, Dad, I'll see you tomorrow. My kids will do me like that. Like, all right, Dad, I'll be back down here tomorrow. Give you a little break. But I stayed in line for a full day for the original Wii. And then turned around. No, I did it for the PS3 first to not even get a PS3. Oh, that was crazy. And then turned around and got in line again for the Wii, which came out like 2 days later. But I did get a Wii. I was glad. I'm glad I got a Wii. Cause Wii Sports was that deal. That was the truth. Is anybody else going to Nintendo World this year in Orlando? I am going. That my kid, we already know, we're going. This is the year it opens up to. Now this story here sparks my interest because Bethesda's Pete Hines once told Game Informer that Fallout 4 was coming to the Nintendo Switch. So to get a game like this to run on a Nintendo Switch, just imagine what they're gonna get to run on the Switch 2. That's why I really hope this new Doom make its way to the Switch 2. It's so many games I'm like, all right, and you really got to think about it. Like, look at games that you feel like, man, these games were beautiful on the PS4. Like, um, The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2, both great games, beautiful games on the PS4. Not the Pro, but the 4. It was great games. Yeah, did it on the 4, it still ran good. It wasn't perfect, but it still ran good. What up, Rock Proc? Still, I mean, ran really, really well. So, um, I mean, to me, the whole thing about Nintendo Switch being PS4 power, I don't think we're gonna have those issues. I think it's like, I think at the end of the day, we're still gonna get some phenomenal games on this system, and we're gonna be extremely happy. Gigi says so many devs are going to be dropping announcements after the Switch 2 is officially confirmed. Right. And that's the part of it that excites me the most, that I really, really hope is this Thursday, because I want them floodgates. I want my Twitter feed to fill up. I want to figure out who and what and what should I get my mindset for. If the rumor's true that it's going to be 25 launch titles, I'm all in. Like, hey, show me what you got, little mama. I'm with that. Oh, Rock, probably let me get you on the board. It says rock. I said rock. All right, got you. You're right, Geeky. Like, so many developers, I'm like, man, it's gonna be a really good time, and I'll be really surprised at which games, like, saying, hey, these games are coming out. Which is probably gonna be like, if I had to make it like an off the wall, at some, like, to get a Sony game to the Switch would be crazy. But I mean, if you put it on PC, you might as well. If Sony put these games, if they put quite a few of their games already on PC, they might as well put them bad boys on Switch 2. The Switch 2 is going to sell. Ain't no way around it. They've already, like, Sony has already, made their bed with the enemy, which I think is still stupid. They should have never, ever put their games on PC. And they did it for a money grab, but I think it's damaged their brand to the point of no return. Like, I want to hear the sales of this PS5 Pro. How many people? Is there anybody in here that would pay that money for a PS5 Pro? Anybody in the chat? I just want to know, like, cause that's the first system since the Saturn. I've bought every major console system since the Saturn, and I have not bought the Saturn because, I didn't buy the Saturn because of the fact. Oh my God, Ruben, my guy in the building, man! Happy New Year to you, my brother. Happy New Year, Ruben, with the super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. Mr. Community Gaming Dad, Happy New Year to everyone. Ruben, my guy, man. Listen, when we get this new Switch, man, we gotta set up a date, man, so we can kind of just, like, get our play on, man. Ruben, man, what's your favorite Nintendo Switch game? Matter of fact, the chat, put it in the chat. Give me your favorite Nintendo Switch game. Yeah, like your favorite, like the one game you like, man, I just gotta get it in. Kitty said, nah, I just rather get a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is dope. I'm not gonna front on the Steam Deck. Now, I would never front on the Steam Deck, but I'm still more excited for a Switch 2. Nintendo properties, man, is solid. I'm hoping. To me, I would have never gotten a Steam Deck. If Nintendo had Madden, I would have never got a Steam Deck. That was my main reason of getting a Steam Deck, was two reasons. One, to play Madden, and two was the fast SSD. Those were the reasons I was like, yep, give me a Steam Deck. You said Rocket League is your favorite game? Animal Crossing. Oh man, listen, my favorite Switch game, man, it's not even a Nintendo. Breath of the Wild. To the back. Breath of the Wild was pretty darn impressive. I love Breath of the Wild. It just I never played a game that immersed me so deeply into a game that I didn't want to finish it because I didn't want it to go away. That's how good Breath of the Wild was to me. But if it wasn't for Breath of the Wild, it probably still my friend Pedro. Something about that stupid game that I just absolutely loved. It ain't stupid, but it was pretty good. Oh, hold on, let me get y'all on the board. I gotta get Ruben on the board. Ruben, my guy, man. I appreciate you, my brother, with the super chat. Let's see. Get Ruben on the board again because he's a member of the channel. And you can become a member of the channel as well. With just $1.99, you become part of our Game Boy tier and get yourself an extra shot on the board. This is Ruben, got his second shot. I got Kenny from the A. Straight up, Pippin, you know you can find me in the A. All right, I got Kenny from A. All right, Geeky, let me get back to this. Back to the story. Geeky says, Animal Crossing, New Horizon. Yeah, Kirby was good too. I wish I should have finished it. I should have finished Kirby. But Kirby was the funnest Kirby I've ever played though. Yeah, but yeah, my friend Pedro, let me tell you what was another I like The Witcher 3. That was fun. But Hyrule Age of Calamity, I really like that game. It just performed terribly. And I wish it performed better. And that's why I'm like, that's one game like, oh, Nintendo, please fix this game on Switch 2 so I can finish it. So that's definitely a game I really would like to finish. And I like Age of Calamity because the storytelling was I'm not gonna say better than Breath of the Wild. It was just more rapid. It was faster. You get to the point a lot quicker in Age of Calamity. I love the story elements of it. Rocket League. I like Rocket League on the Switch. You know what? I used to like Fortnite on the Switch. When Fortnite first came out, that was big time too for the Nintendo Switch. Kenny says, I really like Pokemon Legends Arceus. I bought, you know what? That's a game. That's one of them games they tease me about because I bought the game and did never play it. I think I played it for like a hot minute just to kind of do some footage on it, but I never returned back to it. And I probably need to because I heard it was like pretty. It was like probably the best Pokemon to play. From what I've heard from the friends I know who's played the games, they say it's the best. If you're not like a diehard Pokemon guy, it's the best Pokemon to play. Would you agree or disagree, Kenny? Another game I liked on the Switch, on the original Switch, was definitely like I love the Ori series. Highly recommend the Ori series. Highly recommend. Super good. Cuphead was another one. Was like, oh man, this game is super good. Cuphead would make you mad though. Cuphead would make you mad. Woo. Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares was another one of those games. It's like, oh man, it just like it's one of the games you had to like. You played in the dark. It was just one of those games. It was creepy. But it was scary to a certain degree. It was good. And what was it? It was another game I used to play all the time. Oh, you know what's a game I used to play all the time? It came out when the Switch first came out. It was I think it's called Graceful Explosion Machine. Super good. Like it was like a shooter. Super good. Get on the eShop right now. Graceful Explosion Machine. Super good. If you like a space shooter, it was super good. Super hard too. Super competitive. I like a game that's like that gives me a challenge. And don't make it's not really the mechanics of it was like really easy to get into, but gave you a great experience. Kenny says, yeah, one of the best Pokemons ever, and the new Legends game releasing this year. Yeah, you know what? And Kenny, you said it best, man. Switch 2 is going to be an amazing era. And you know what? Like people, some friends ask me, and some kids from school ask me, like, do I believe like the Switch 2 is going to sell more than the Switch 1? And I don't think so. But I don't think it's going to be in any slouch. No, I think the Switch 2 is going to it's going to punch above its weight, and I think it's going to probably easy make that 100 million mark. And I think you got a system that sells 100 million units, then if you're Nintendo, you all right, you good. And I think very well it'll definitely punch over 100 million. It's probably gonna do it incredibly. If Nintendo can produce 30 million, I believe in this first year it'll sell 30 million. I think by the end of 2025, it would sell 30 million if they can produce it. I just don't think they're gonna be able to produce that many. They might get to 21, 22 million, which would be like still outstanding for your first year on the market. But man, they can break that 25 million mark, man, then I'd be saying something big about Nintendo. Quay says, Power World is playable according to my kid. He got halfway through it but didn't finish it. You know what? I thought about Power World, but one of them games is like, man, I just don't know, man. It's like when you get it's like, and this era of gaming, for me, is hard because there's so many games. It's no breaks. It's like, man, it's something coming out every month. It's very seldom. It's almost like an oxymoron. Just like, ain't nothing coming out this month. Something's always coming out. So I wrote the credits on Metopia over the break, halfway through Bayonetta Origins and Astrobot. I might have to pick up another copy of Astrobot. I gave it to my son for Christmas. What was I thinking? I probably should have pulled back, but I got to call him and see how he's been playing it. Yeah, I didn't do Bayonetta Origins. That's one of the games I passed on. So one of those games was really good. Yeah, you know what, man? Is there any, matter of fact, is there any game that you like, man, I really hope this game comes to the Switch? Mine's is easy. Mine's is some sports titles. It's like, I really want Madden or college football, preferably college football, to come to the Switch. I would love to be able to play that. I would play that all the time. I would play that thing all the time, man, all the time. What I don't like about the Legion Go is that I can't play games, cut the system off, and then cut the system back on and start playing again. See, the Steam Deck spoiled me. Because I can do that on the Steam Deck. I can just cut that thing off and cut it back on. I wish I had that ability to do that. And, like, that's the reason why I can't wait I hope these games come to my Switch, because I'm not going to be playing a whole lot of games on my Steam Deck anymore unless them bad boys are on sale. I catch them on sale on Steam. But I'm going to prefer to play it on the Nintendo. Listen, Quay, I have to agree. Fortray 800 says, I wish we had college football on the Switch. Listen, man, listen, this is how I felt. This is how I felt last year. I said, listen, hey, EA, you don't have to put the latest and greatest on there. You can put Madden 2012 on there and just update the roster, and I would have bought it and played it. And I think other people would have bought it and played it just to have a competent college football game or competent football game on the go. Infinite Nikki. Oh man, that game sounds so familiar. What's Infinite Nikki? Hold on, let me make sure 4-track 800. Let me make sure you're on the board. All right, let me get you on the board. 4-track 800. Got you on the board. What is Infinite Nikki, Geeky? But yeah, 4-track 800, man. Listen, that college football, man, in handheld mode. Oh man, I will be so man. Like for instance, I couldn't understand why college football didn't make that transition to PC. I was like, I would have been like, all right, I'd have been playing that bad boy on my Steam. On my Legion Go. And speaking of Legion Go, man, there are so many PC handhelds coming out, man. I was like, man, I can't compete. That's another reason why I'm like, I want it on my Switch, because there's so many other things coming out. It's like, man, when do I have time to play these games? What system am I gonna play it on? You know what? I'm not testing all these systems now. They want to send them to me for free. I'll test them out all day, every day. Mm-hmm. Gigi says, my fave game right now is only on PC, PS5, and mobile. What is it, Geeky? Kenny from the A said, I'm saving $1,000 towards the Legion Go 2. Whoo! Now, Geeky, Kenny, this is the question I got to ask you. Are you getting the Windows version, or are you getting the Steam version? See, that would be my issue. I don't know which one to get, and I like my Legion Go is good. Like I don't necessarily need another one, but I can't do $1,000 to that bad boy. It's bad enough. I'm gonna have to spend about at least by the time you get a Switch, a controller, and a couple games, you're already at like $650 with tax. Windows, okay, so yeah, that Windows one is beefy. It's supposed to be like 32 gigs. That's a lot, man. That's a lot, man. If they can somehow, man, work it out with Microsoft, man, that could work on that interface, buddy. It could be crazy. Cause I didn't the original Legion Go. I got a 2 terabyte Legion Go, and I paid like close to $700. And I still rock with my Legion Go. I like how big it is in the real estate. I just don't like. I wish I had a better battery for that price. To me, it's like, you know what? For me to look at that Legion Go 2 and consider it, the battery life has to be like super good. Because I'm not paying that kind of money just for your performance. Forget that. For that price, if I'm paying for performance, I might as well go ahead and get me a real legit PC. But that battery life got to be like on point where I can be able to take that bad boy out and comfortably play it. Yeah, going to be an expensive year for gaming's wallets. Yeah, that's what I'm telling people, man. I was telling them last year, get your money right. Because I knew this year was going to be ugly. And don't let Xbox come through the end of the year with a handheld. Don't let them do that to you, because I would pick that up. 74 watt hour on the Legion Go. I need to know what that translate in time. Like how many hours of playtime am I going to get out of that Legion Go 2? I would need at least the current Legion is 50. Ooh, wait, so that battery got to be beefy. I would it to me to pick up a new Legion Go, it has to give me a solid 3 hours. I need a solid 3 hours. Now, 'cause I'm not getting that right now. You know, if I play the Legion Go, if I play it solid if I play Madden, it's like I can get 1.5 games before that bad boy. It's like, nope. So I hope Amazon. Say 2 hours ain't gonna do it for me. I need at least 3. So Geeky said, I hope Amazon and Nintendo fix their relationship. I believe. Oh, well, listen. I hope so too. But I believe they did. I believe it was an article or story probably about maybe a month ago where we talked about them getting their situation straight. So Quay says Joy-Cons are probably getting a price hike in addition to the $69 MSRP of games. Yeah, I think everything is probably from Nintendo is going to have a kind of a uptick in price. I wouldn't mind, long as it's like I don't mind paying extra money for stuff on the Switch as long as it's the product is solid. Kenny says, I know 3 hours will be solid. Depends on what game. Yeah, you know what? That's true. Because like, I really would like to play Black Myth Wukong on the go. I like one of them games, man, that I would show for sure. Slide off to school. And the kids in my classroom, man, once they get on the bus early. That's the one thing of blessing this year. Is that my kids get on the bus at 1:30. Oh, but I got a whole hour and a half. If I make it right, I can get all my work done before that 1:30, and I got an hour and a half to chill and do nothing. I get on my game. Boop, 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 boop. I get it. Quay says, I just got a Power A or an 8-bit dough for now. This 8-bit dough right here that comes with this stand is my favorite controller. It looks like this bad boy is nice. Let me see if I can get paddles in the back. You can control the throw distance on it. It's wireless. It got a really, really nice stand. Let me see if I can. I don't know if this stand. I don't know if you can see the stand. There's a stand right here. Let me see if I can get it over here. And then when you put the controller in the stand, you can't see it, but it lights up around here. Super dope controller. Super dope. One of my favorite 8-bit dope controllers. Highly recommended. Highly. So I want to see what's going to make the difference. Like, do you really got to get another pro controller? But I'm going to want one though. I'm going to want one. If you had a wish for what you would want the next system to do that the current Nintendo Switch doesn't, what would it be? We kind of know the screen is going to be bigger for me. I just want it to be more. I want the Joy-Cons to be a tad bit more comfortable in the hand. Like, this is not even an OLED. This is like when they come out that Mario one. When I do all my streams, this is what I play it on. I play all my streams off this here. But you know what? This was nice. It was comfortable. But them Joy-Cons, boy, they was tiny. And those button placements was real tiny. And I ain't say I got the biggest hands in the world, but still. But, oh, yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this back up. All right. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Let's see. Graceful Explosion Machine. It came out when the Switch first came out. Super good game. Super good game. And they made that company, I forgot the name of the company, but they made another game that I picked up. I had to pray to re-download. It was with and it had a female character. But man, it was like super good. Highly, highly recommended. And you know what? That's a really trash game. I gave it to one of my students for Christmas. It was so trash. Avatar. Oh man, that Avatar game was so terrible. I did a video about it. It was so terrible. That's a terrible game. But I gave it to one of my kids in my class because I know they like Avatar, so I figured they would at least attempt to play it and dig it. I couldn't. CMG says any day now, the Switch 2 will be revealed, and we got something else to talk about. CMG said, "What do you think about the Legion Go S?" You know what? I like it. But my only issue, I'm probably more interested in the Steam version of it. But I like the Windows version of it because it has better the Windows version has more RAM. So but then, like, you know what? Like, do you jump in, you know what, knowing that a Steam Deck 2 is on the horizon? I don't know, man. Peace Flutter. What's going on, man? Welcome back to the stream. Let me get you on the board. All right. 24 people on the stream today. Appreciate you. Don't forget, good people, if you wouldn't mind, real quick, man, just jumping off real quick and hitting that like button, man, and hop back on. I really appreciate it, and the channel will appreciate you as well. It won't hurt you. It won't cost you not one thing to say, hey, this is pretty good. Let me like it. Gigi says, I was thinking of getting that Avatar game. I love the movies. I love the cartoon series. The live action was super good as well. The one original movie was like, but the stuff, the one the series they have on Netflix is super good. But the game was super terrible. Oh my goodness. Super terrible. Bad mechanics. It was all over the place. That's a definitely do not buy. Do not buy. Don't forget to get people to get your vote on YouTube. The question of the night said, will you be picking up the Master Chief Collection on Switch 2? 59% says absolutely yes. Think about it, man, that's such a value. And you know what? 41% says no. That is such a value because you're getting 1, 2, 3. I think it's like you're getting like 5 games. You know what? You can go through and say, listen, all right, I'm going to go ahead and beat Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 and OTS. And then you get the online component. I mean, come on, man. That game is like so much good value that you'll be a fool not to pick that up. If you like Halo, you'll be a fool. Quay says, I wonder if they fix voice chat this gen. Oh man, that's a good one, man. That is a good one. I hope so, man. I hope they got something cooking. You know what? The rumor has it that they are creating a social media app that will work entwined with your Switch and your cell phone. Like there's an app on the Switch, and then there'll also be an app that's going to come to the cell phone, but it's going to come to the cell phone later. That's supposed to fix those issues, and kind of give you like that Miiverse experience. So I'm telling you, man, I think it's going to be really, really interesting how Nintendo pulls this off, where you can be able to create your own communities and things of that nature within this ecosystem on this app. And as a content creator, man, that sounds like super dope. That sounds like super, super dope. I just wonder how Nintendo going to pull this one off. And I think this comes from that partnership. What was that mobile company they did that Mario game with on mobile? But I think it's in a partnership with them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they pull this one off. So I'm definitely super duper interested in how Nintendo pulled this off. or even Messenger or chat. Yeah, you know what? Because I think they need something to that effect. This to kind of make their system a lot more current and enjoyable. It's like, you know what? It's a bad experience. It's like, you know what? To do voice chat on the Switch, boy, it should take so much. But if you can, and then it makes it fun. So like, you know, thank God we had, you know, you had Discord. So this way, if I wanted to play with my kids and they're not around, we all get on Discord. You know, we still communicate and have a good time. So that's in the same collection, if true. Yes. But you know what? The rumor is that the Gears collection, I think Gears like 1, 2, and 3 is also coming to the Switch 2. I mean, I loved Gears 1. Oh man, Gears 1 was like super good. Gears 2 was pretty good too. Gears 3 was like, yeah, and then they kind of like, you know, they kind of went off the rail. But Gears 1 and 2, man, give me those. Another insane, like Microsoft, man, you can make so much money putting these games on the original Switch. Like Gears, to me, like Gears 1 and Halo 1 or 2 should have been ported to the original Switch. I know I'm beating a dead horse. However, it's the truth. Like, they could have made so much money. So many people that played them games. Insane value, man. Oh man, that's a game you pick up. Like I believe, like, you know, if you can catch the Ori collection, like they have Ori 1 and Ori 2 together. Oh man, you pick that up on the Switch. That's a great game. Those are great games right now to pick up on your current Switch. I think you should like pick up, like, super good value. You pick those games up. I think I'm trying to see what other games I would pick up for sure. Like I think picking up the first Red Dead. I think that's a good choice. I think Metroid Dread, super good game. Kraken Shell 5, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel, my brother. Let me get you on the board while I'm thinking about it. We just sitting here chopping it up, thinking about things that we definitely would like to see improved from the current Switch that we hope comes to the new Switch. And we got two right now we're talking about. One was from Quake311. He said they hope they solve the issue with voice chat. And I think with this app, I think it might be what we're looking for. Because you know, we're not all, like, I know for me as an adult, I'm not always on my Switch, but you know what? If I had an app to kind of check into every now and then, I would prefer that, even though it's not like I don't have enough apps to check into. But I would be all about that. I think that would be like a great experience. And I think, you know what, Nintendo will find out that it will expand its audience big time. Oh, listen, I ain't gonna front Kenny from the A. Listen, this is the question. He said, Graceful Explosion Machine is super fun. Super fun. If you like space shooters that's gonna give you a challenge, and they give you like some, and the mechanics is like so simple, but difficult at the same time. Oh man, listen. And you're gonna get your money's worth for sure. Now I don't know about Blacho. I'm Blacho or whatever that game is. I'm not a big, you know, I saw cars and immediately I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. That would be my opinion. Quag says, do they launch with Mario? Ooh, that's a heavy question. I believe they launch with some form of Mario. I don't think it's Mario 3D. I don't think it's a new Mario 3D world, a 3D game. I don't think so. I believe within the first year it will be. And this is my reasons. My reasons that they will launch within the first year, preferably making it a holiday game. All right. So you get that holiday hype. And then that hype is going to continue because next year what launches? The Mario movie 2. So if they make a game and that art style is similar to the movie, oh man, it's a home run. But I think they still have to launch with launching it with Mario Kart is smart. I think that's just a smart move, man. You got a brand new Mario Kart that you can't play nowhere else but on this next Switch. You launched that, and I think you launched Metro Prime 4 right along with it, because to me it makes no sense to hold it off. I think you launch with those two games, and you'll have enough third-party games to support you. I think that's a win-win. And then you have a Mario, or just say some form of Splatoon or something else to support that brand going forward later on that year. So if you can get maybe like let's say within this first year, you get like 5 Nintendo properties to launch this year. Then I think you got a winning strategy on top of everybody and their mama gonna support this bad boy. Everybody and their mama. This thing about like this here, if they get Red Dead 2, people are gonna pick up Red Dead 2 at launch. If they have Red Dead 2 at launch, people are going to buy Red Dead 2 again at launch. I didn't play Red Dead 2, so you know what? I'm probably gonna pick it up. Handheld? Oh yeah, okay, got it, no problem. I believe that if they launch Breath of the Wild 4K, they can add that to launch. Oh yeah, people are going to pick that thing up. Zelda 40th next year. Oh yeah. Mario Kart 40th next year. Yeah, but I think Mario Kart to me is the smarter move. I think that Mario Kart is a smarter move. Let me tell you why. It's another reason why it's a smarter move, because you add everything else I said earlier, but now you can take that same Mario Kart that you released separately from the system, and then you package that bad boy in for the holiday. God almighty. Buddy. Yeah, Breath of the Wild like 4K. I'm buying it again. I'm buying it. Listen, it's like a no-brainer. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I'm picking that one up. Tekken 8 is listen. I was going to buy Tekken 8 on the Steam Deck. I came real close at a great price, but I kind of forgot about it, and they kind of went back up in price. I was like, I'll wait again. But I'm gonna pay full price. I'm gonna Tekken. If it runs well, that's my only key. I don't care nothing about no specs. If I put that game in and it runs well, whatever magic they got going on, it works. But yeah, that's a great question, man. I think some form of Mario. I just don't think it's gonna be the Mario we want. I think that Mario is probably strategized and picked up for later in the year, and and this Christmas is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a crazy Christmas this year. Crazy Christmas this year, boy. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be crazy. That first direct, that's coming next month is going to be absolutely off the heezy for sheezy. I'm gonna predict right now that first direct is gonna be an hour long. Cause they're gonna talk about the system some more. They're gonna talk about release date, all that good stuff, games. They're gonna also talk about games that's coming to the Switch. Cause that's how they did the 3DS. They talked about games for the 3DS, so what was coming, games that was coming. Cause what's no games coming really to the Wii U. So they had to talk about games only that was coming to the 3DS, and then they talked about because matter of fact, what I believe, I'm gonna tell you another good game. I think I said this a couple weeks ago, but I'm gonna say it again. This right here, this is that Darksiders, the first one. Let me see if I can get it. Warhammer. This game was super good. It reminds me of the original God of War. This is a good, man, super good game. You can find this dirt cheap. Pick this one up. Pick it up. You would definitely love it. No way. The Knicks was balling, too. Listen, my Pistons has been balling. I ain't going to front. I've been checking them out lately. Was not expecting that. Oh, my goodness. Beat the Knicks. Listen, hey, Cunningham, boy, he is putting in that work, my guy. Another great question. What do they do with Smash? Okay. if I'm Nintendo, right? I got a new Smash. They working on a new Smash. They are. But if I'm Nintendo, I am re-releasing Smash with all the characters in one package. And I'm reselling that bad boy with 4K upscale. Absolutely, because the game is phenomenal anyway. We don't need a new one. You do that, and then you add another Fighter's Pass. And that first one, you put Halo out there. I'm telling you, man, listen. I'm telling you, people, that's what you do. That's what you do. And you know what? People would absolutely buy it. Absolutely. They would absolutely buy that game. Hands down. All the DLC, all the Fighters Passes, and then give you another one. People would be like, all right, I got to rebuy this. Only on Switch. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, man. Listen, man. My Pistons, they've been balling, man. They've been shooting lights out, man. Playing good defense, man. But you know what, man? I have issues with the NBA because they don't play enough defense. That's why I'm like, it's a lot. I can't watch it too long because it's an offensive fest. It's like it's not the NBA no more. It's just the National Basketball Association of 3-pointers. No mid range, no post game. None of that. All right, hold on a second. I gotta make sure you made it in time, my brother. Say Supersonic. Saved by grace. I got you. You on there, my brother. Giggy says, I hope they mention a new Animal Crossing in development. I think so. I think to be honest, Giggy, I think in that first direct, we'll probably get a name. We'll probably get a name. And we'll probably get a year. It'll probably say 2026 because they're gonna probably talk about the future of Nintendo, and it would be dope. They said Christmas 2025, buddy. Golly, boy, they would light it on fire if Animal Crossing and Mario came out this Christmas. That's all they would need. It would light the Christmas on fire. It will be crazy. People will be out here. I would hate to work at GameStop, but I would want to work at GameStop just so I can laugh at people and say, buddy, we don't have any Switches. I get so much enjoyment when I worked at GameStop telling people like, hey, we don't have any Xbox 360s. I worked at GameStop for the 360 launch, the GameCube launch, the PS5 launch, the Xbox Series X launch. That was it. But still, man, I would love this to be so I can laugh in their face. But yeah, if Animal Crossing came out geeky, buddy, it would be absolutely phenomenal. Looks like I haven't missed the sheep. Nope, not yet, buddy. But we winding down. We are winding down. Sonic Knuckle Tales. Don't forget, good people, if you are currently, you have a Twitch account, I'm currently live streaming on Twitch at Gaming Dad 1906. Go on there, switch, get your follow on, send me a comment through there. You can get yourself another chance on the board. Right now, we're at 27. This is Sonic Knuckles Tales. And I'm with Sonic Knuckles 2 because he's a member of the channel. Get him his third entry. Got you. All right, Timbo says, this year is Mario's 40th. They better go crazy. You know what? They might. I don't think they're going to go crazy, but they should do something. Now, in 10 years, for this 50th, boy, they're going to go crazy. Yeah. I think that, like, to me, this is a great year. Like, it's so much to look forward to. Like, Think about it. New system. It's probably gonna be crazy when they open up in Orlando next month. I think it's next month. I think it's the matter of fact February 25th. So what did I miss regarding Nintendo Switch 2 date? According to the date for the the reveal is the 16th, according to a ton of people, because everybody got a source. I hear you. That coach is turning that team around. Listen, man, when you can get some young guys, man, to buy into your system and buy into the importance of playing good defense and executing properly, man, yeah, you can beat a lot of teams. You can beat a lot of teams, and so that's one of the things I'm very grateful that he does. All right, got you. All right, real quick, good people, what's going on? Timmy Bo 27 in the building. I like that. Timbo, get on there with the Twitch stream. Timmy Bo, I like that. 27. All right, got you on the board. All right, with 29 people on the board. And, you know, my big homie, Supersonic Saved by Grace, with the verse of the day. Let me hit it one time. It says, and it's out of the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 19 and 12. It says, for God was in Christ, reconciling the world to himself, no longer counting people's sins against them. And he gave us this wonderful message of reconciliation. So we are Christ's ambassadors. God is making his appeal through us. We speak for Christ when we plead, come back to God. Let's listen, buddy. In these times, I better listen. You better put on your Michael Jackson moonwalk shoes and back it on up, and come on back to God. For those who don't know, man, listen, man, I am a devout Christian. I love the God. I love the Lord. I love praying for you guys, man. I hope that don't bother you. But I love, and I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna praise him, because all this stuff is possible not through anything that I did. It's all through God who gave it to me, and I'm so grateful. All right, Supersonic Saved by Grace. It says Nintendo confirmed last year, November 2025, is Pokemon Legends ZA as well, but I do not know if that's Switch 1, 2, or both. If it's Switch 1, then you know it's both. And I believe the Pokemon company is about their money, and I believe it's going to be Switch 1, and they might have some enhancements on Switch 2. And that's another thing, another question that we all kind of wondering, like, how is Nintendo going to handle this backwards compatibility, upgradable system? How that's going to happen? You know, those are some questions that I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to having. And that's one thing that no other company can really give you that level of differentiation, is that I'm not thinking about that when it comes to Legion Go. I'm not. But with the Switch, I'm like, man, how do they figure this thing out? I have so many questions that I'm excited to know about. So many questions. And this is out there, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man, how Nintendo, you know, flip this thing out and put this thing out there, and but I doubt if we learn anything about a price. But you know, at Press Believe, that's gonna be the hot topic for the next month. Is price. Price and launch is gonna be the hot topic for the next 2.5 months, and hopefully we get that. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully it's maybe just 1 month. Maybe hey, we get this in January, and the end of September, we get another direct with, you know, they give us a price and release date. I'm hoping that this Thursday, when they release it, we're able to pre-order. I really hope that happens. I hope that we can pre-order this bad boy on Thursday. I hope they say, hey, this is a Switch pre-order start tomorrow. I hope that's the key, because I'm gonna have to, because I gotta get up on it, because I got some Switches to buy. Supersonic Saved by Grace says, has it been confirmed that Switch 2 will cost $400? Nope. We got to get the reveal first. Like Nate the Hate says, hey, he on his podcast, if you get a chance to listen to it, you just go back and listen to it. He was very confident and what he says. You know, at most people that talk about their leaks and rumors, they always kind of give you like, well, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. You know, no, he was like, I can say without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, he didn't say that. He said, do you want to know when the Switch 2 is coming out? I can tell you it's coming this week. And he said, better yet, you want to know the date? The date is the 16th. And he was confident. I mean, really, really confident. So it's going to be interesting these next couple of days how things kind of unfold. I'm going to be very interested to see how Nintendo handles that. You know, it'd be kind of jacked up if Nintendo say, all right, man, we'll fix you, Nate the Hate. And don't say nothing until February. But I really hope it would. Cause then a lot of different other outlets all kind of confirmed and jumped on board. So I think it is going to be Thursday. I'm saying, hey, I'm in agreement. Mega Soul with the second entry. I appreciate you. Let me get you right now. Now remember, matter of fact, before I even, because you know we're getting ready to wrap this up, and before I even get started, let me put the Discord in the chat. Let me do that right now, because if I don't do it, man, it's a mess trying to get people back. Let me hold on. Copy link. Let's see if I can find this notification. All right, I put my Discord in the chat. I'm going to pin it. All right, I pinned the message. Don't forget to get your vote on before the poll ends. No GT tonight, man. Well, you know, he already told me like this year, 2025, was going to be tough for him to hop in because his work schedule changed. And so I told him, you know what, we'll figure it out. Listen, hey, man, if I win tonight, let's see. You know what? Listen, if I win tonight, I'm giving it to my homegirl, Holly Pinky, because I know she was definitely loving to hear Halo possibly coming to the Switch. We was talking about that thing 2 years ago. And so if I win tonight, I'm giving it to Holly Pinky. So, you know, as you can see on the board, Gaming Dad is on the board, but I never always give my win. If I win, I always give it away because I like to play too. But yeah, but don't forget, listen, how you get your winnings, man, you got to follow me on Discord. I put the Discord in the chat. Follow me on Discord, and then you send me a message at the end that say, hey, Gaming Dad, with my money? And then, you know, I'll send you the code. All right. Let's see. Let me get back off of this here. All right. Great question. Great. We know a lot of things is coming. Let's see. Hold on. Lollipop Chainsaw has now sold 200,000 units worldwide. I guess that's pretty good for this particular game. I was never a big fan of Lollipop, even when it came out on 360. But, I mean, for those of you who are, you know, congrats. All right. All right, IQ email leak reveals Virtual Console was planned for the Switch. Now, this one hurt. Because it's some games that you just want to own. Like, you know what? To me, I think Nintendo, I like the online. I like that aspect. But, man, it was like some games, man, you just kind of just really wanted to be able to own on the system and not have to go through the online portion of it to be able to have access to that game. Nuke Cat, what's going on, man? Welcome. I'll get you on the board in a second. So yeah, this story right here kind of hurts because, you know, I think Nintendo left money on the table. I think there's a lot of games that, you know, that people would like, you know, to be able to purchase. For me, it's some old DS games. I wish they could figure out how some way, and because okay, if that last Castlevania collection. I think the Game Boy collection they put out. They did it really, really well where they had both screens and they had the smaller DS screen on the same screen, but it was just up in the corner. And I just like, man, I think that was a dope way to do DS games on the Switch. And I'm praying and hoping that we get more of that. They figured that they take that same UI system and they can make it across different games, because I would really like to play Rhythm Heaven again. I love that game, man. He said, I want those digital. We talking about the virtual console? What games you talking about, Quake? Newt Cat, let me get you on the board while I'm thinking about it. Quake 3 said, purchase the carry over from virtual console, but that's not going to happen. New console, another $5 to play. Yes, Mario. I would absolutely love my old purchases to come over to this new system. I would really like that to happen. That would be completely dope. But you're right. Nintendo trying to make their money, and they're going to make it off on the backs of us. All right, good people. We got 31 people on the board. He says one sheep per 15 on the wheel at least. Every week. Oh, well, listen, man, my brother, I feel you. And I think that we're going to have to make that happen. All right. I want to check run. Just want to make sure I'm covering everything this week. But you know what, like I said before, the big thing is like, hey, new songs and Nintendo music, Alarmo, time exclusive until March 2025. Okay, you know what? I did want to check this. I said Switch Online playtest program build has leaked. All right, let me read it. I don't know what leaked, but we'll see. It said Nintendo recently did a Nintendo Switch Online playtest program. It has been done for a few months now, but despite the company not wanting anything from the program being leaked, it has been the exact opposite. Not only did people talk about what it was that was testing, the playtest program was ultimately data mined. Earlier today, things got even worse. A build of the Nintendo Switch Online playtest program has been leaked online, as well as its soundtrack. The soundtrack is 1.9 gigabytes in size, and the build itself is 1.84 gigabytes. The build doesn't work with the emulators, but it's likely that data miners will be checking it out. It's also yet another leak following a week that had a lots of them, as well as rumors. All right, good people. Listen, that's the last story of the day. We'll go ahead and get into our Wheels of Steel. All right, we got 31 people, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate you. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and see who's gonna be the first loser of the night. The time is 11:14 p.m. Your boy, I gotta do this. I gotta do a training before I go to bed. But our first loser tonight is, oh my goodness, now the Ford Track 800. God don't mind, you got to be more careful. Oh man, hold on, let me get my. I supposed to have my sounds ready. What's going on? There he goes.
You lose.
All right, my brother, we had to remove you from the scene. We're down to 30 people. Keep it moving and grooving and flowing and showing. Who's up next to catch the flex? It's my big brother, Ruben 2, his second entry, and he is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we down to 29. Shout out to my Detroit Lions, baby. Go Lions this weekend. Who's up next to go to catch the flex? It's Peace Flutter. Oh, man. Peace out. We're down to 28. Down to 28. Who's up next to catch all the flex? And it will be newcomer to the stream, Avant. I don't know your last name, but Avant sounds good to me. Put you out of here. Suicide and Saved by Grace said, man, his wheel seem to be getting bigger. Yeah, man, listen, more people coming through. So what's the biggest wheel I've had? That first year I did the Christmas stream, I had probably like 90 people on the wheel. It was crazy. It was crazy. They're like really little itty bitty streams. It was crazy, but it was fun. That was a fun stream. That was really fun. All right. Yeah, 90 was crazy. All right, good people. This is your boy Gaming Dad. Let's see who up next to cast the flex. It looks like it's gonna be old school winner, Phantom Contrina. You're out of here. Peace out. All right. By popular demand. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Mega Goso. Mega Goso. The hot top right to that name. But you out of here. Yeah, here it come. Here it come. That's crazy, right? Down deep. CMG says, man, 90 people, that's a lot. I know that took a long time to finish that wheel. Yeah, it did. Yeah, but I gave out a lot of gifts that year. Yeah, I gave out quite a few gifts that year. I think it ended up being like 30 gifts. It was crazy. It was crazy. But we had fun, though. We had fun. Good times. Good times. All right, good people. Let's see. We're down to 25. Up next, Catch the Flag representing Sydney. Dub City is out of here. Peace out, my brother. Peace out.
You are out of here.
All right, we keep it moving and grooving. Shake your groove thing. Shake your groove thing. Yeah, yeah. Megan Show. Oh, not Megan Show. She's up out of here.
Black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, ma'am. All right, Megan's off the board. Let's see. Supersonic Saved by Grace says, did everyone get their gifts this year? Pink Controller delivered. Pink Controller has not been delivered yet. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. It'll go out in the mail probably on Wednesday. It took a minute for me to go back and check through. He eventually sent me his address. At first, he didn't send it to me. Oh, Geeky asked a great question. Geek, I'm so glad you asked. He said, are you doing a stream on Thursday? If they announce that trailer, oh, yeah, we I don't care what time of day I get home. I got a game that day. But no matter what time I get home that evening, we are rewatching it together. We're gonna watch that thing over and over again. I'm gonna make sure I record it. We're gonna be good. Yes. So to answer the question, yes, Geeky said we are doing a special stream on Thursday, especially if they announce it. Thursday. I got a game, but so I come home, we on like Donkey Kong. All right. Let's pick up the speed. We're down to 23. Get your Air Jordans. Uh-oh. Las Vegas, Quake 311 is out of here.
You lose.
All right, we're down to 22 on the board. And tonight's winner, you know our special winner. You know how we do our special winner tonight. And our special winner tonight, unless he's an old-time favorite, we're just not talking to him. Sonic Knuckle Tails is our winner tonight. But you know what's about to happen.
Psych.
Better luck next time. Slug heads.
All right, Sonic Knuckle Tails is out of here. Keep it moving and grooving and improving. My big brother got it again. Ruben is out of here.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose.
You lose.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. All right. 20 people on the wheel. There can only be one winner. Who's up next to cast the flex? And it will be Tormentor 20.
Very good. Very good. You know something? Not so for you. Come back.
1 year. Next.
Next.
All right, we're down to 19. And look, it's going to be Kraken Shell 5 is out of here. All righty. Keep it moving. Keep grooving. Number 18 left on the board. Timbo 2072. I'm about to say 27. Timbo 72 is out of here. All righty, good people. Let's keep it pushing. Cause you gotta get ready for school. No, that's right. No Joseph or Joshua or Ayana. I know Ayana, she's at work. Granny Grist was our winner from last week. She is out of here.
You are out of here.
That means there will be a new winner for sure this week. Yep, no Joseph on the wheel, man. I told him, listen, my kid, I'll tell you, I say, hey, your daddy gives out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night. They'll never show up. He's probably on his headset or doing some homework, hopefully. All right. Number 16 going down. Who's up next to Catch the Flex? And it will be Sonic Knuckles 2. God almighty. All right. Let's keep it moving down to 15 people left on the board. Who will it be next? Breaking Bad 881. God almighty. Please exit left. Breaking Bad 881 is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving and grooving. 14 people left. And you know what? Ricardo.
You are out of here.
Peace out. Let's keep it chop it down to the lucky 13. Uh-oh, not your boy Gamey Dad. Nope, but it's the big homie Holly Pinky.
You lose.
Holly is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. But if I win tonight, Holly would get my winnings. All right. We keep it moving and grooving. Uh-oh. Oxford Trapper just fell into the trap. Please exit left. All right. Oxford is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 11. We're getting there. We are getting there. Down to 11. Who's up next to Catch the Flex? And it's coming. Oh, my goodness. Supersonic Saved by Grace. Just not in this game. All right. He's out of here. All right. Down to 10 for the win. Let's see. Geeky 2 is out of here.
You lose.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, Catch the Flex, and by demand, what did the sheep say? Montrack 3. What did the sheep say? Back. You're out of here, son. We're down to 8 people left on the wheels of steel. Never gets old. All right, we're down to 8 people left on the board. It might be GD. It is GD. Gaming Dad, ladies and gentlemen, is out of here. All right, we're down to the number of completion, the number 7. 7 people left on the board. Who will be next to catch all the flags? And it will be Rock Proc.
You lose.
Is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 6 in the mix. Ooh, he's getting close to the final 4. Who will it be? Is my brother from another mother, Jack Black. Hit the button too soon, but we can get to him again, Jack Black. Jack Black had the exit left, ladies and gentlemen. He's blown off of the board. We're down to 5. Who will be left alive after 5? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Timbo 27. God almighty, came so close, but is out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the mix, we got 3 old school and a new school on the final 4 on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, represent green is Nuke Cap in the building. Y'all showed up for Nuke Cap. Woo, 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 woo. Up next is my homegirl, big homie, representing the great state of Texas. God bless Texas. It's Geeky Chick. And representing Atlanta, representing the A, Kenny from the A. And representing the Bronx of New York, CMG, Cherry Man Gaming. Y'all can check him out on YouTube. Check him out. He's the big homie. And listen, boys and girls, don't forget the poll that's on YouTube. Final count. Let's go to the final poll real quick before we break these down. So will you be picking up the Halo Master Chief Collection on Switch 2? 53% says absolutely yes. 47% says no. Without any further ado, people, let's break it on down. We got to get it to 2. We're down to our final 4. Who will it be? I can tell you who it won't be. CMG came close, but not doing the most. Exit left, please. CMG, Chairman Gaming is out of here. We had 4, now 3, and now 2. Ladies and gentlemen, going to be an old school round coming up because newcomer is out of here.
You lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, representing that old school Texas versus Georgia. The final round. It's the final countdown. Me and my big mouth. So, oh, we in the last 4. Oh, man. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, how we going to do it? Nothing to it but to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Cannon, come on these drums. Let's see who going to be our winner tonight. And further ado, let's hit it one time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and tonight winner will be, oh my goodness, Kenny from the Egg take the dub. Geeky is out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kenny from the A is our winner tonight. Kids, give it to him one time. Oh, man, what a stream tonight. Had a good time hanging out with y'all. Don't forget, if they announce this day, if a video comes out on Thursday, we are going live Thursday night right here on Gaming Jazz channel. And you know what? If I can scrap up a couple of dollars, I might give out another Nintendo eShop card. I might have to work that out. I'm not going to promise it, but I'm going to try to work it out. Good people, man. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all, man. I really, really hope they announce it and they say pre-orders go live because you know your boy got to get a couple of them things coming through here. But y'all show Kenny from the A some love. I be catching Kenny from the A all the time on Obi-Wan stream. So that's good. I like the, you know, and I see Cherry Man Gaming. He's always on Obi-Wan streaming as well. I like Obi-Wan, man. You know, I rocks with Obi-Wan. I used to rock with Player Essence. I mean, I like Player Essence. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, he went too RPG on me. I just kind of like some of his content be like, yeah. But, you know what? But I still like it. But I prefer Obi-Wan, though. Obi-Wan, I just, you know what? I dig Obi-Wan. All right. Good people. Let me get my pray on like I always do. So let me go ahead and take this off. Take this off. Put my headphones back on. Gotta get my pray on. Man, listen, I don't know if you guys love God, but I love God. I love him so much. He does so much for me. He protects me when I don't even know I get the protection, but he's always with me. So I just pray that right now do you guys receive the Lord right now into your hearts and your minds. And I pray that you recognize how powerful you are as humans on earth. God said, let's make man in our image. You are made in God's image. The same God that said, let there be light, and it was good. It's the same God that lives in you. Jesus said that I told his disciples I would not leave you as orphans, that I would send the Comforter to live in you and through you. So a piece of God lives in you. That's how powerful you are. That's why he loved you so much that he said, listen, you got to have a piece of me. So, Lord, I pray and give you thanks for all the great things you have done for those who are listening. I pray right now in the name of Jesus that you continue to cover us, Lord, and protect us, Lord, because this world is evil. And people out here, Lord, don't love you like they should. And they don't value your rules and your precepts and your word. And I just pray, Lord, in these times, Lord, that more people give themselves to you. I pray, Lord, for those that are listening right now. I just pray, Lord, that you bless them, Lord. Bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially, Lord. Bless their relationship with their family and their friends. And I pray, Lord, that you bless them this upcoming week, Lord. Work in them and work through them, Lord. Use them, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be able to praise your holy name and to be able to pray for those who took time out of their day to hang with me. I'm so grateful and appreciative of it. Thank you, Lord, and I love you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray and give thanks to you, Lord. Amen. Good people, this is your boy, Gamey Dag. Yes, Geeky, I'm totally in agreement with you on this one, Geeky. It was a great stream. I had a great time, great conversation. You guys, man, let's have a wonderful week. Don't forget, listen, hey, I will be back on Thursday, especially if they say, hey, this the video. We're going to watch that bad boy probably about 20 times and going over and slowing it up and looking at every little detail we can to figure this thing out together. All right, good people, this is your boy, Gamey Dad, man. In the immortal words of Don Cornelius. Like Don Cornelius, man, I just love that he ended his stream with peace, love, and soul. And you know what? I think at the end of the day, man, we all need some peace and we all need some love. And sometimes we need to deepen our soul. Good people, this is your boy, Gamey Dad. Let me find my exit screen right there. There it is right there. Good people, this is your boy, Gamey Dad. And I am Audi 5000G. This is your boy, Gamey Dad. And I'm out. Peace.